Hi everyone and welcome to NameHero.com. In this video tutorial I want to talk about how to make money reselling web hosting. Specifically, I'm recording this presentation for my Reseller Hosting 101 course. Now it's available on, or going to be available on NameHero.com/startup. If you're not already there, then you might want to head there and check it out. So in this module or this tutorial, I just want to talk about kind of how you actually make money reselling web hosting. I just want to show you what this process looks like and how you go about it. So if you can see on your screen right now, this is kind of the sales cycle and how it starts and where it ends up. The very first thing you do is you need to purchase a reseller hosting account, a wholesale web hosting account, so to speak, if that makes more sense to you. You purchase a bulk space of web space and bandwidth that you can resell to other customers. You can go to NameHero.com and you can see all of our packages. The prices kind of change from time to time, but for the most part our features do stay the same, and we're very feature rich, meaning you can offer all these features to your customers. So once you have your reseller hosting account, the next step is setting up your website where you're going to resell. Reseller hosting is 100% white labeled, meaning people never see NameHero.com. They never even see or hear of us. This is different than being an affiliate, as you actually manage your customers yourself. It's your business. You set your own prices. You set up your own website, and you handle it. If you purchase our corporate package at NameHero, it comes with WHMCS for free. WHMCS is a piece of software that allows you to set up your own selling website within a matter of minutes. You don't have to develop it or anything. You just install the software and the website gets set up. And it really handles everything for you. If you can look at that screenshot on your screen right now in step 2, that is an example of what it looks like using WHMCS. You can see there's a big box there where people can search for their domain to see if it's available, and then they can set up their web hosting. So once your reseller package is set up and purchased and your website is online and running, then it's just up to you to market your business how you see fit. You might be a web developer already. You might already have a marketing channel in place. You might already have customers in place. And if that's the case, that's great. All you need to do is send them to your website to start getting signed up with your hosting services. Now, if you're a web developer or web designer or marketer and you're offering web hosting as a sub-service, as an add-on or an upsell, then of course you might want to deal with them directly. But if you're just offering it, you can just have them go to your website and sign up. Once they sign up, if you're using WHMCS, then it automatically provisions them and sets them up their own cPanel. So that's the next step, is you provide them web hosting. They'll have a nice control panel where they can set up their websites, and they can add email addresses and add additional websites, manage all their files, maybe install WordPress, and kind of do everything from inside of there. And at that point, you're then a web host, and then your business is free to grow. So you can see it's this really 6-step process, which each step actually has a lot more than the picture dictates, but it kind of just shows you how the process works from the point that you purchase your hosting package to where you set up your site, to where you market your business, to where your customers sign up, and to where they actually get the web hosting that you are providing. So I'm a visual learner personally, so I hope this sales cycle kind of shows you this process and kind of how it works. And one thing we know that's true in web hosting is if your customers, they have a pleasant experience, they are going to tell their friends, and their friends are going to tell their friends. And really, word of mouth is the most powerful way to market your business. But throughout my Reseller Hosting 101 course, I am going to go into detail how to market your business. But let's keep going here, and let's talk a little bit about the return on investment and what you can expect. Return on investment is also short, it's ROI, and that's how much you have to invest until you make money. So on your screen right now, I'm going to go through a scenario that I want you to consider. Let's say you buy our basic reseller package, and we're just going to do this for simplicity. With that package, you get 50 gigabytes of disk space, 500 gigabytes of bandwidth, and that's each month, and you pay $19.95 a month for it. So let's just say that's what you're paying. You're paying $20 a month, and you get that much space. So let's say you get 5 customers, and let's say each customer, and I've got 500 gigabytes each. I meant to put megabytes. Let's say each customer uses 500 megabytes because that's the average website is they use 500 megabytes. And let's say also use 500 megabytes of bandwidth each. So, and you charge them $5.95 a month. So not a lot of money, but you charge them $5.95. That's what you get started with. That is about $30 a month in revenue, recurring. So only 5 companies, about $6 a month. That's what you're going to generate. So if you do that, you're going to at $29.95 a month in revenue minus $19.95 a month in expenses, you're going to make $10 profit a month or 50% ROI. So you're almost making 100% ROI. You're halfway to 100% ROI at just the 5 customers. So this is a very small example, but I just kind of want you to get your brain going about where you can go with reseller hosting. How hard is it to find 5 customers to pay you $6 a month? That's not too hard, right? I could probably go in my neighborhood right now and find 5 customers willing to pay me $6 a month to host their small business or WordPress website. If they have a website, that's a very good price, $6 a month, and it's not going to be that hard to find, right? 5 customers. So that's all that it takes to really start making a profit. So with reseller hosting, my point being is you're not going to have to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars or even hundreds of dollars into getting business going. With 5 customers, you're going to pay for your reseller account. And as you can see in my example, you're going to have plenty, 47 gigabytes of disk space left over, 497 gigabytes of bandwidth left over. You're going to have plenty of resources left over. You could potentially have 100 customers with just this one package. Now at NameHero, we normally see an average of customers. They'll have like 25 to 50 customers to really get ramping up in their business. But my biggest point I wanted to make, it only takes about 5 to get over the break-even point and start making money. So I note here, $10 profit a month is not glamorous, right? But the ROI is incredible. So then it just becomes a numbers game. So once you kind of can digest and understand that, then you know where you have to go from there. It's, knowing that it doesn't take that many customers to start making money, then you know about how many you need to get, and then it's just a scale on up from there. After you get your first 5, you go for your next 10. After you get your next 10, you go for your next 20. And me personally, that's how I built NameHero.com into one of the fastest growing web hosts today, is I did it just a couple customers at a time. When I first started NameHero, I said, okay, I need to get my first 100. That was my goal. And that's how long is it going to be till I get my first 100 customers? And in my first year, that happened. It took a while. It was kind of frustrating at times. But after that, they came, and then I set up for my first 1,000, and then I met that goal. Then you go to your first 10,000, and then you just keep on growing like that. And then it becomes, once you get your first, in my opinion, getting your first 100 customers is the hardest thing. After you get your first 100, the first 1,000, that comes pretty quickly. It comes a lot easier because, again, that word of mouth and web hosting is huge. Once you get that first 1,000, it's not that hard to get to 10,000 because you have 1,000 ambassadors for your product if you're offering something good. So with reseller hosting, if you're going to offer discount hosting, that's just this example. That's how you kind of want to look at it. It's a numbers game. Now, if you're a web designer or web developer and you're offering other services, it's possible that 5 customers might pay you $500 a month each if you're providing another service. So, for example, there's a lawyer in town here, and my friend provides them SEO services. So if you search for a lot of type of lawsuits and stuff in Kansas City, or a lot of legal terms in Kansas City, this lawyer will come up because they do SEO for him. Well, this particular lawyer pays my friend a couple $1,000s every single month. Well, inside of that, you might include web hosting. So then that account turns into a lot more than $695 a month, obviously. If you're providing a service for them, then they might need web hosting. So it's something you can just simply throw in there. You're not going to become HostGator overnight. Now, I put HostGator on there because that's one of the most popular hosting brands. HostGator, GoDaddy, Bluehost. We all think of those names when we think of web hosting. But you're not going to be that overnight. NameHero, we've been around now for going on 3 years at NameHero. we're not HostGator yet. We're still building our way on up and throughout the industry. So it's not instant riches. It's not like you're going to just create your reseller hosting account or your website and then overnight you're going to be rich. It takes time to build a business, but the only time I see people fail is when they give up being persistent. As long as you are persistent, you will grow a nice business. We'll jump to the bottom here. I consider web hosting the water of the internet. If someone wants a website, an organization, a company, an individual, a blog, they have to have web hosting. Yes, there's other technologies out there. There's other services coming about every day. But it's still very solid that people need web hosting. It's a tremendous demand still to this day in 2017. So as long as you're persistent and about the marketing and going after it, you're going to get customers and they will keep building on yourselves. Now you need to be clear. Clearly define your niche or niche, wherever you're from, and your price points. Now, are you going after the discount hosting market? If so, it's of course more competition, but it's power in numbers. That's where you're going to get 10,000, 100,000 customers. Are you going after just local attorneys? Maybe you're going to provide them the SEO or maybe web development. If you're going after attorneys, then you can charge a little bit more because you can offer them more and they're a profession where they can afford it. I know another friend in Kansas City that provides web services to doctors. They only work with doctors because they know that doctors have the budget to afford their services and they do the full thing. They do website development, they do SEO, they set up their social media, and they provide the hosting. And you can offer that service. Doctors are willing to pay for good services like that, especially if you can help them get more business. So you kind of have to clearly define that to really get into what kind of ROI you're going to be generating. So you ask yourself, are your customers web design customers? Are you just offering hosting? Are you adding hosting with the monthly maintenance? What are you going to offer exactly? That kind of helps you pinpoint your ROI. At NameHero, we tailor our services primarily to resellers and VPS. That's kind of our niche or niche. And we're also now entering more into the managed WordPress market as well. But when I started NameHero, I knew I could not just go after HostGator directly. I couldn't just start saying I want to be HostGator. I couldn't just say I want to be GoDaddy. I had to start off with a niche. And so my niche was resellers. I want to go after the reseller hosting market. I want to help resellers really scale their businesses. So that's kind of where I got started and then branched out from there. I was able to find a price point that worked and I clearly defined my niche, and then I expanded out from there. And that's what I expect you to do with your business as well. Recurring revenue is king. With web hosting, you can charge your customers a monthly, quarterly, 6-month, yearly, every 2 years, every 3 years, whatever payment cycle that fits for your niche and your business. You determine your own payment cycle based on your cash flow. Now, I know there's been long debated, offer it monthly so you get a steady stream of income every month. Offer it quarterly so you get a steady stream of revenue each quarter. This is up to you. At NameHero, when we offer our basic web hosting, our basic shared hosting, we only offer those primarily on a yearly plus plan. Because really, we don't want to have a bunch of $2 a month payments. We don't want to have a bunch of $4 a month payments. So we lump that in. If you want that package, you pay for a year up front, and then you get that discount. If not, you have to pay a little bit more, because really for us, that's how it works. We want the cash flow. The more money, if you charge for a year up front, you're going to have more influx of cash, more capital up front. And that's to power your business, maybe to use on marketing or maybe to use on just developing your business overall. So that's kind of something that you plan out. Recurring revenue, though, regardless of what payment cycle, it allows you to plan for the months, quarters, and years ahead. Once you get customers in web hosting, it's something that recurs. It's not something they just buy once and they're done. You very rarely see a lifetime hosting offer. I know some companies have offered that, but most of those companies end up going out because that's impossible, right? You have to continue. You offer the service, but they continue to pay you as long as they use the service. So you kind of you set how often you want to be paid. It's long term. So web hosting, in my opinion, web hosting is the perfect model for the rebuild because it's a service that's continually needed. It's something that as long as the individual or business has or needs a website, they're going to need web hosting. And as long as they're happy with your service, you're not going down, you're providing them good customer service and support, they're going to stick around. I use the example of my father. He owns a self-storage facility. He needs a website. It's a WordPress website, very simple. He doesn't edit it much, but when he does, he logs into WordPress and makes an edit. But he needs it online. That's how people find his business, is when they're searching for self-storage in his area, they search for his site comes up, and they come and rent their storage unit. He's a long-term customer of mine at NameHero because he knows he needs his website online, but he doesn't call and need support. He just needs the site online. So he's a long-term customer for a long-term profit. Okay, how do you get paid? This is asked by new resellers. Okay, this is cool and all. Well, how do I get paid? Well, first, you're free to charge your customers however you wish or however they wish. You can have them write you you can have your customers write you a check, credit card, cash. However, if you're dealing locally with clients, then I recommend accepting check and cash and all that. Now, if you're going to deal worldwide, you probably want to use a merchant account such as PayPal or Stripe. Both PayPal and Stripe are free to sign up with, and they can process all the major American credit cards, even American Express. And they also, I think PayPal, you can even pay with a check, an e-check is what they call it. So that's how you get paid, is you integrate with a merchant account, or PayPal and Stripe is probably the two of the most popular. If you use WHMCS, which is billing software, it'll actually automate this process, and it'll ensure that those that are late on payment have their services revoked, right? If you're offering a web hosting service and your customer, maybe they didn't, hit hard time, maybe their credit card expires, whatever, if they don't pay you on time, obviously their website gets suspended. So WHMCS will automate that for you. But that's how you get paid. You get paid directly by your customers. When you're a NameHero reseller account, you control the account, but you handle everything else. It's your business. Okay, the cost involved. This is some benefits to working with us here at NameHero. You're free. Now this course here, I'm putting this course up on the internet for free. So anyone can take this course, and you're free to use whoever you wish as your reseller hosting provider. But at NameHero, I'm going to show you what's included. One, you have to buy your reseller hosting package. Our most popular one at NameHero is $39.95 a month, and that's for our corporate package. Now, of course, when you watch this video, it might go up or down, or probably up, depending on when you watch it, because I can't predict the future. But right now, it's $39.95 a month. Now, at NameHero, this includes WHMCS, which would be $20 a month or $18.95 a month additional. But again, it's included for free at NameHero. A domain reseller account. This is it starts at $200. It can go all the way up to $2,000 depending on what you get. But at NameHero, it's also included for free. So you get a free WHMCS license, a free reseller account for domains. Next is your website template. You might not need this. That's why I put 0, because if you use WHMCS, it comes with a couple templates for free. And that's what I recommend beginners start with. I don't want you to see you go wasting a bunch of money developing some fancy website until you have customers. Once you start getting customers and they're happy with your service, then you can go spend a bunch of money on buying a template or paying for a design. That's the mistake that most resellers I see make, is they spend all this money having this beautiful website designed, and then they don't get customers. Get your customers first. Focus on your marketing. That's next to my list here. Marketing, $0 to $1,000. You can market for free. You can get on YouTube and make videos for free. You can get on Facebook and make posts for free. You can get on Twitter. You can blog for free. It's just a little bit more work. Or you can go buy ads. You can buy ads on AdWords. You can buy ads on Facebook. So it's really up to you. Do you want to market locally? Do you want to go out? Right now I could go out into my neighborhood and start going door to door, and I can pick up 5 or 10 customers. Some people aren't willing to do that. They would rather go spend money to get those customers. It's up to you. You have the freedom and flexibility to do that. Customer support. This is a big one. A lot of resellers say, well, I love the concept, I love the idea, but I don't want to support my customers. I don't know enough about web hosting to support my customers. Well, first off, most questions you can just type in Google, or you'll learn the answer to after some time of working with us at NameHero. Most questions you can type into Google. Customers, for some reason, they'll ask that because they don't think they can just type it in Google and look. So most of the questions you get can easily be found by researching on the internet. But at NameHero, you can just ask us. If your customer asks you a question, you don't know the answer, just either give us a call, submit a live chat, or submit us a ticket, and we'll answer it for you. Now I put up to $1,000 because if you want, you can hire your own support team. You can outsource your support if you want. I don't really recommend doing that. Or you can hire an employee. It's however you want to go about it. But at NameHero, our team we're free to help you. Now, we don't integrate directly with your help desk. You have to actually ask us the ticket or call us. But we'll help you support your customers. Finally, the last big thing involved, the cost involved, is just your time. That's what I like about reseller hosting. You don't have to go buy a bunch of inventory. You don't have to go pay. You don't have to sign up for a bunch of crap. You just sign up for your hosting account, and then you can get started making money. It's pretty cut and dry. There's not much that goes into it. That's why I'm such an advocate for reseller hosting. I know the everyday average Joe can go out there and become successful at web hosting. They just have to go out and do it. So it's just, how much is your time? How much time are you willing to put into this? Okay, so now moving forward, what's left now is to actually choose your reseller hosting package, get your reseller package purchased, determine your niche, or niche, who are you going to go after, set up your site in WHMCS, integrate your accounts, and start marketing. So if you're taking my Reseller Hosting 101 course, you can feel free to go to the next step, or feel free to skip ahead if you're feeling antsy. But I'm going to cover all this stuff in the moving forward in detail, and I'm also going to get into a little bit more about your business throughout this free course here on NameHero.com. So thanks for watching. Feel free to ask questions inside the course interface. If you're watching this video on one of our partner sites such as YouTube, feel free to leave your comments below. But besides that, thanks for watching, and that's how you make money with reseller web hosting.